We took the pregnancy test. We realized it was positive. The positive was not going away. So then now what? I need to fix this. Before anybody finds out, at that moment, I literally hear, you can get an abortion. Find the phone book. The phone book. Found the phone number, immediately called. Do you all do abortions? I still remember the lady who answered the phone. She just says, we have an opening for this date. You need to bring $200 and an ID. That's it. $200. My name is Darnicia, and this is my God moment.
The Lord speaks, He's going to make a way.
When I think of my childhood, I think about it as being chaotic. My mom at the time was not in a mental state that she could be very present, even though she was home. My stepfather was working 2 jobs at the time, and so that put me in a position to be the one that's caretaking, overlooking the younger siblings. My memories of church were hearing my parents fuss and fight, curse and argue. So I didn't look at church as a positive thing. I distinctly remember being taken into this big church. I had to be close to around like 7 or 8. I was being baptized. I don't remember anyone telling me the concept of Jesus Christ or anything why this baptism was important. Jesus, his name was not really brought up in the home. As a young lady, things are starting to change with your body and stuff like that. My mom was going through, her demonic oppression and prescription drug issues, and she was not coherent enough to kind of help me with that kind of transition into teenage years and young womanhood. She didn't really care. I felt like I became my parents' therapist, at the same time also standing in the gap for like being the caretaker for the siblings. You see other kids your age, they can go out with their friends, they can do certain things, and you can't because you have to be home. I felt like an adult. I was babysitting. I would take my siblings to the park that everybody just kind of came to. This guy, he just kind of showed up and asked me for my number. It felt like he was a person that kind of gave me something to kind of look forward to, like a better future. No one ever sat me down and had the conversation with the boundaries you should have with boys. The sex education at the time was not meant to drive you to abstinence. What was feeding into my spirit was things of the world, the music of the world, and movies, the lyrics, the pop culture, and all of that. I think that shaped a lot of influence. I had an innate sense that sex before marriage was wrong, but I didn't know where that conviction came from. There were no Christian role models. My boyfriend was a small moment of escape. I can't get pregnant, right? I just started feeling really weird, feeling very nauseous. I'm starting to, see my belly change right before my eyes, and my figure is now changing. I took the pregnancy test. We were nervous wrecks. My boyfriend was pacing back and forth. I remember me just kind of quivering, just like not knowing what to think. I just remember him picking it up, looking at it, and just crying. And then when he cried, then I cried, and we just sat there and just cried. And it made matters worse. It started raining outside. The reality that hits you that like you are about to be someone's mom. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I've only ever been someone's mom. I never saw what a baby looks like at 3 weeks, at 6 weeks. I want to say at the time I had to be at least 4 weeks. This was something that I thought I could stop before it became a real baby. I know I took the pregnancy test. I see it's positive, but that says positive, but it probably hasn't really happened yet. Like maybe if I can stop it before it actually happens, then okay, I'm free and clear. Phew, I won't do that anymore. I can just make it go away before anybody even realized it was a thing. Knowing how spiritual warfare works now, and generational curses work, and things that kind of can move and shape through the bloodline that you don't even realize is occurring. My mom around the same time got an abortion. The enemy, whispering something that happened decades prior to me even existing, and bringing that same spirit back into my life again to kind of whisper the only option is abortion. I was really shocked at how fast you could get an appointment. They didn't really ask me any additional questions. I called my boyfriend at the time, like, hey, I was able to find this place that they can do an abortion. He was quiet, he's listening to me. I still remember hearing like a hesitation kind of in his voice. And he's like, I have $200. I remember, him calling me back and saying, I told my mom. And I'm like, you did what? He told her, hey, I got Darnicia pregnant. And we have an appointment to get an abortion. And he asked her what it was. This is what she said. She said, abortion is a sin. I'm like, a sin? Like, explain it. I've never in my life heard the word sin until he said it. And he's like, yeah, she said it was like we would be murdering our child. And when I knew what murder meant. That's not what I want to do. And, I'm like, I'm not out here trying to murder babies. He said, this isn't right. I don't think we should do this. He's like, look, I will take care of you. God will help us figure it out. He was standing in the gap as a husband before he was supposed to be a husband, because I trusted him. I listened to him, and that was a different level of peace. I still like to keep a level of control, and I still want to go to my prom. I made it a point that I am still going to go to school, keep my grades up, and nobody's still going to know about this. Man, I was thrown out so bad. I landed in the hospital. They wound up doing an ultrasound. I still remember the nurse coming in there saying, the reason she's throwing up so much is because she's pregnant. The hospital found out that they were twins. My parents were in there, and that's kind of, how they found out. At home, it was not received well. Everything I thought would happen is what would happen, like the finger pointing, the shame. And I knew eventually if I stayed, my dad was probably going to take me straight to the abortion clinic. But I thought, this isn't going to be a safe environment for me. Prom was the day before my birthday. Midnight, I would have turned 18. Prom symbolized my last moment of freedom. Something I wanted to really do because I missed out on so much. That night at prom, I made a decision. When I turned 18 at midnight, that was my last day going home. Midnight came, and that was it.
If I could go back in time and speak to myself at that moment when the storm was upon me, when the pregnancy test said positive,
I would tell her, fear not, because God is with you. You're going to have 4 beautiful children. Your husband is amazing. You're going to be a great mom. And you're still going to be able to enjoy life.